good job getting everything back. But everything wasn't going well for Jessica. After finally arriving at the station, Jessica saw a broken bridge that hadn't been fully repaired. Tries to stop, but arrives too late.
Do you think this is all that happened regarding Jessica's death? Well, this accident never happened. This was the worst accident I ever saw Jessica in. But don't worry, because I, the new narrator, will tell you Jessica's true story. The story begins in 1949, when the classic trains began operating on the old island. Everyone works, and everyone is happy. But I'm not talking about the other American trains. I'm talking about the two Mounting brothers. And the true story that's never been told. This train is called Isabella, another safe and very happy train in the United States. She loved working in freight cars and carrying her passengers. And finally, we have the train you already know. That's right, he's Frank, the Frisco 1522. That day, the boss sent Isabella and Frank to see his special surprise for these two little ones. He was building a new mounting locomotive to welcome Isabella and Frank. Frank and Isabella were excited to see a train that would be their new sister, before the train left. The locomotive began to move slowly. She was just like Isabella, but she was also a twin. And from this, the boss introduced her to the locomotive's name, which everyone knows. And so, this is where life begins. Jessica's. At this moment, Jessica was chatting with two of her best friends, the engineer and the firefighter, who were helping Jessica earn more points. These two are very funny, and Jessica likes them a lot. And she'll have to go along with her two brothers. At the end of 1949, all the classic trains were there, some familiar and others unknown. Jessica is talking to the other trains about how the year will end and what will happen next year. The trains are asking about next year and about the United States, which I'll tell you about later. I had a very bad day. 1953, something very bad happened to Jessica. Now it's time to tell you about all the wildest things Jessica has done. When Jessica was driving 3 passenger cars to the mountain station, Jessica arrived at the station, and the engineer informed Jessica of the company president. that news that the president gave her, Jessica left very angry. A few minutes later, Frank was leading 4 passenger cars to the last station on the mountain. He was calm, with nothing wrong with him. When Frank arrived at the station, he saw his sister Jessica, so angry that Frank was confused about what was wrong with her. A few minutes later, Jessica coupled 11 coal cars. She was going to show the president that she was a truly useful locomotive. And this is the moment when her first accident occurred in 1953. Jessica began to accelerate to the 11 coal cars until she reached the station. She was improving a lot and earning points. Jessica was about to earn more points so she wouldn't lose. But there's a problem. The train tracks are on the left, so Jessica is going the wrong way. Jessica kept accelerating, but she didn't see what was happening. Then Jessica went the wrong way. Jessica tried to see what was coming, tried to stop. But it was too late. And that's where her first accident happened. Jessica caused an accident by crashing into the coal cars, which then went off the tracks. From that moment on, she lost a lot of points. Within seconds, the engineer called for help to fix the damage Jessica had caused. They arrived quickly, bringing the coal cars to repair the mess. Isabella came to greet Jessica, but seeing what had happened, she began to explain the situation to her. Jessica felt guilty about what had happened and realized she had lost a lot of points. Then, in a few seconds, Frank brought the Highland Valley boss over to see what Jessica had done. And he brought him over to tell Jessica about the mess. Those words hurt Jessica, and she felt very guilty about the accident. That night, Jessica was suspended from work for 3 days for causing the accident. She deserved it because of the company president who told her everything about herself. Jessica didn't deserve to be punished. She got what she deserved. Jessica was very sad about what she did and that everything that happened was the fault of the company president. Now she'll be suspended for 3 days until the disaster is over. Isabella and Frank were worried about their sister's punishment. They only have to wait 3 days for Isabella to run again. Three days later, the engineer came to pick up Jessica so she could race again after the accident. It's been 3 days since Jessica received her punishment. A few minutes later, Jessica was ready to go driving again after her punishment. Jessica was happy again and excited to lead another excursion. She would be driving a 7-car train. The passengers boarded quickly as Jessica began to drive. Jessica was enjoying the new day. More than that, she was happy. She began greeting everyone, even the new trains and those with repainted cars. Jessica felt confused about human men. But she wasn't interested and continued on her way. After the excursion ended, Jessica took a break to talk to everyone. She was talking to the engineer and the firefighter about the excursion. This is how Jessica learned her lesson. Now get ready, because next year, things are going to get really bad for Jessica. Two years later, this happened in 1955. The year everything happened for Jessica. When Jessica arrived at the basement, she was waiting to be given the job. But, while she was waiting to be notified, the company president arrived and told Jessica, those words the company president said to her would cause Jessica to become even more furious, especially since they weren't directed at her. Now, here comes the very controversial moment. In a few hours, Jessica left to get to the station and hooked up to the freight cars. Jessica was furious about what the president told her. She was always furious, but this was the worst. But on the right side, there was LO on the Southern Pacific 4449. Those words Jessica said to Ella shocked him. Jessica has been acting rudely. Ella was shocked by what Jessica said. But watch out, because Jessica's karma will come back to haunt her, and something bad will happen to her. Jessica starts driving at full speed, without stopping. She stormed off, furious, the train spiraling out of control. Jessica's driver tries to control her, but she won't listen. Jessica sped up faster and faster, like those who couldn't hear her. But there were so many problems. The curve in the road only allowed 35 kilometers per hour, but Jessica was reaching 56 kilometers per hour, which meant she was going quite fast. Jessica was getting faster and faster, until she realized that the curve only allowed 35 kilometers per hour. And then, she started to slow down. Jessica tried to brake harder and harder, but it was too late. And so, it's Jessica's karma, or like Jessica's second accident. And it wrecked all the freight cars. In a few minutes, Help arrived quickly to clean up the mess Jessica had made. Then Elo arrived, bringing the Highland Valley chief to meet Jessica. Elo was furious with Jessica for calling her a bastard orange train. The chief came down, very angry with Jessica. Because of everything the boss said, Jessica has now been punished for 4 days for everything she's done. A few hours later, that night, Jessica was taken to the detention shed for calling yellow names and causing his second accident, which resulted in the best possible karma for Jessica. Jessica was very saddened by what happened and continues to blame the president for what he said. Jessica never deserved this. Instead, she will be held for 4 days. The next morning Jessica went out again, because her punishment was over. She just had to wait for her engineer friend so she could go and take the passengers back. At that moment, the engineer arrived. A few hours later Jessica is ready to take all the passengers back. I already missed her taking the passenger cars. She'll be taking 5 passenger cars on this excursion. The passengers began boarding the cars while Jessica waited. But in a few moments, the company president arrives. Jessica pushed harder and harder against the passenger cars. She was even more furious when the president had really angered her. She started pushing faster, all because the president had scolded her. Isabella and Frank, taking a quiet break and wondering how Jessica was doing. Jessica can't stop accelerating. But there are so many problems. Jessica was taking another route, but that's not right. She's on the wrong road. Frank and Isabella saw Jessica with the passenger cars passing by. Jessica didn't hear them. But it was too late. Jessica destroyed the train house and ended up killing the passengers. In a few minutes, ambulances, police, and firefighters arrived quickly from the disaster Jessica caused. Help arrived very quickly to repair everything that damaged Jessica did. Jessica left 45 people dead, 31 injured, and 4 survivors. Everyone saw the accident. This was Jessica's third accident. Everyone was worried because of it. Suddenly, the boss arrived to see the mess, and he was furious with Jessica for what she had done. He started yelling at her. The boss left, giving Jessica another chance. Jessica was worried about not letting it go. Artudo went to the other side because of the accident Jessica caused. Even Isabella and Frank are worried about their sister. One day later, after the destruction of the train house, Jessica is ready to run again after the accident she caused. Her brother and sister went to see her and wished her good luck going running again. Jessica went back to work with freight cars. And this time, she was improving and recovering everything she had lost. This is what happened in 1954. Now we'll skip ahead to 1955. In 1955. This is one of the most disturbing and terrifying moments that Jessica experienced, the most bloody and savage in history. When Jessica was waiting for information about her job, she was greeting the passengers. But one man, when he saw Jessica, began to mock her. At night, the man was walking to buy food at his house. Oh, and he But in a few seconds, Jessica appeared and started walking until she reached the man. The next morning, the police and ambulances arrived quickly. They found the body of the man Jessica had run over. People saw what happened. Everyone was saying that Jessica caused it, but the police didn't understand what had happened. Frank and Isabella also arrived to see what had happened. They saw the man run over and injured. No one knows who killed him. But Jessica wanted to hide. The front of Jessica's face was covered in blood. But Jessica wiped her face so no one would suspect. In 1956, the year that caused utter chaos in Jessica's life. And this, ending with her losing everything completely. When Jessica was calmly loading coal into her coal cars, while she was finishing up to go and pick up the passengers, the trains passed by. But what she already knew. It was Richard, the Union Pacific big boy number 4014, who was younger, and he loved loading the heaviest cars for the big boys. And then, Jessica began to finish loading coal so she could go and pick up the passengers. Jessica arrived at the station, waiting for passengers to board and disembark. But then the president returned, furious after seeing the news about Jessica. In a few minutes, Jessica will take 7 passenger cars, like on Jessica's last excursion, before something bad happens. Jessica is furious with the president. She's fed up with being told what to do. The disaster was crazy. The police and ambulance arrived very quickly to attend to the father. Everyone saw what happened and discovered that Jessica ran him over. They say that Jessica killed the man and now the father. So, everyone has already figured out that it was Jessica. But Jessica is scared and worried about what she did to the man who has a wife and daughter. Jessica starts to run away, trying not to see what she's done. This was the worst nightmare Jessica had ever lived through. She runs faster, trembling and wanting to cry. In the minutes that followed, one of the most unexpected moments in history, in 1956, Jessica was taken to Highland Valley to face criticism for what she had done to two men in Frank. All the steam locomotives were now very angry and furious with Jessica. They were insulting her, confronting her, blaming her, and calling her a liar and a murderer. Now was the moment when Jessica would receive the most painful words that the Highland Valley chief had prepared for her. after Jessica's departure. Isabella and Frank no longer want to see their wicked sister because of everything she did. Now everyone hated Jessica for the evil things she had done. A few hours later, on a rainy night, Jessica was sent to the shop, locked up in a caboose, and left without a job. She stopped working forever. Jessica was very depressed because of everything her boss said. He criticized her and fired her. And there was nothing he could do to get her back. Now, everyone, the people, the diesel locomotives, even the steam engines, never heard from her again. "80 days later. The days passed without Jessica, and everyone was at peace. But not Jessica. She was sad about what happened days ago. But in a few minutes, Jessica awaited the most exciting thing, that she would be happy again. When the Southern Pacific locomotive, number 4487, brought a man who wanted to restore Jessica. The man, who was the manager, came to take Jessica to be restored. In a few minutes, the manager took Jessica to get her bike repaired so she could run again after Jessica's disasters. And so, Jessica started running again with her new excursion. Now Jessica is happy again. This is what happened in 1956. Now came the time for Jessica's last year, in 1957, where things got really bad for Jessica. In 1957, it was Jessica's last year in this story. When Jessica turned to greet the other locomotives, she enjoyed themselves and said she missed them. But they didn't hear her. They ignored her and left. Then Jessica found two more trains and wanted to wave to them. But they ignored her and drove off, leaving Jessica alone. Then Jessica also saw Elo waiting for the passengers. Then, a few minutes later, Isabella and Frank received the worst surprise. They didn't want to see her. Jessica is absolutely devastated to lose her brother and sister. Now she's completely alone, not speaking to anyone. But suddenly, the company president arrived to see Jessica. After Jessica, she will never see the president again. She was hoping they would give her the job, before she loses more points like she did in recent years. She worries about everything that has happened, even though she didn't do all that crazy stuff in 1956. This is what happened after the loss of Jessica's brother and sister. Now, it's time for the end of Jessica's story from Clinchfield 311. And I'll tell you where Jessica's real accident happened, as well as her final accident. This is what happened, Jessica's last day, which was the last accident that Jessica caused to death. October 31st, 1957. In the Halloween special, on the rainy night, Jessica was waiting for the train driver to take her to a job she had never been assigned. As if it were Jessica's last job before the crash. The train driver arrived to tell Jessica what she could do. Jessica was going to the bus station. She was hauling 9 rail cars of wooden logs. Jessica was ready to run. Her last job before she died. In the final minutes, Jessica begins to make progress on her latest project. Later, Jessica stopped at the station to change the logs. And here's Jessica's real accident. Jessica makes one last attempt. But there are several problems with this final job. The piece of the bridge was broken, which means she fell off the bridge. When Jessica saw him, Sidja was already ahead. She was trying to get on with work faster, but it was too late. This is Jessica's latest accident. And this time, Jessica has lost her life. The following morning, all the help arrived quickly, given the disaster Jessica had caused. But sadly, they found Jessica completely destroyed. They brought the crane to lift the train cars. But they couldn't get her out, because they were informed that Jessica had died. After Jessica's statement, the workers and they can no longer do anything to restore. And Jessica becomes the locomotive, forgetting America. On the other hand, the engineer approached Frank and Isabella to deliver some sad news. Frank and Isabella didn't want to talk to her, but she told them about their recent accident. And so, Jessica's story ends. But this isn't over. Because I'll tell you one last time about Jessica's ghost repair. In the early morning, the bridge was completely repaired. But a few seconds later, Jessica reappeared on the bridge, transformed into a ghost. It's Jessica's reappearance. Now Jessica is happy to be in heaven. And Jessica's story has come to an end. I am the narrator. And this is the happy ending.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. It's just no good anymore since you went away. Now I spend my time just making rhymes of yesterday. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number, much, much worse than two. One is a number divided by two. One